Let me explain to you how furious India continues to be at Donald Trump. Prime Minister Modi of India is now bragging and boasting in speeches that he's been given that Donald Trump, with a great deal of insistence, was trying to get Modi to show up for dinner at the White House earlier in this week. And Modi said, I had to politely decline the invitation as I had other things to do. So the Prime Minister of India saying that he declined showing up to the White House, which once upon a time would have been a great honor for any foreign leader to show up and have dinner with the President of the United States. Well, what has been going on? Why is India so furious? If you've been following our coverage here at the MeidasTouch Network, you know that one of the things that has been pissing India off so much is that Donald Trump continues to take credit for the ceasefire between India and Pakistan in May. For India, this is a sense of national pride that they dealt with this ceasefire with no mediation. And according to India, Pakistan was essentially begging for a ceasefire after India engaged in targeted military strikes at certain terroristic hubs following the Kashmir terrorist attacks. India says Trump had nothing to do with it. And also, it is offensive to the sovereignty and dignity of India for Donald Trump to continue saying that not only did Trump negotiate the ceasefire, which is false, but that Donald Trump dangled trade over the head of the Indian government. And that's what caused this ceasefire. Trump's like, you want to do some trade with us, India? You want to do some trade with us, Pakistan? Okay, you need to make peace with each other. And India says that did not happen. Now, India got so pissed that its foreign minister had to issue a public statement to the people of India after Donald Trump refused to show up to day 2 of the G7, where Trump was supposed to meet with leaders like Prime Minister Modi. Trump was also supposed to meet with Australia's Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. Trump was supposed to meet with Zelensky. Trump was supposed to meet with Sheinbaum. But Trump acted like a petulant child, no offense to petulant childs, and he lasted for about 4 to 5 hours at the G7 before coming home. Now, India is also furious because they see Donald Trump as admiring the Pakistani leaders, the authoritarian leaders of Pakistan. Now, here's what went down behind the scenes. You're not going to really see this reporting in American media, but it's important that you, our audience here at the MeidasTouch Network, know what's happening at a geopolitical level so you can see the dynamics as America's relationship with various countries deteriorate, even though India was optimistic that it would be able to try to make deals with Donald Trump. So here's one of the things that went down. The Trump family accepted a massive crypto investment back on April 28th, 2025 from the Pakistani government, who invested millions of dollars in an entity called World Liberty Financial. The Trump family has a 60% ownership in this crypto enterprise, World Liberty Financial. And here's what World Liberty Financial posted April 28, 2025. Historic moment. World Liberty Financial has officially signed a memorandum of understanding with Pakistan. It was an incredible experience meeting with the Pakistan Crypto Council and the leaders shaping the future of crypto. We're proud to be building with Pakistan to drive innovation forward. This is just the beginning. This really pissed off India, and they said, look, we have a history of great trading relationships with the United States, and now the Trump regime is attacking American corporations like Apple or attacking foreign corporations like Samsung for doing business in India. And the Trump regime says they will cause harm to companies that build factories in India. But then the Trump family is doing crypto deals with Pakistan, and Pakistan seeming to build its influence within the United States, right? And then earlier this week, Donald Trump met with the chief field marshal, basically the chief of staff, the head of the Pakistan army, someone named Asim Munir. And the White House and the Trump regime rolled out the red carpet for this guy and treated him like he was one of the biggest dignitaries that there were. And this pissed off India as well. Now, one of the things that Pakistan did in order to basically stick the dagger in India and piss India off and suck up to Donald Trump based on Trump's vanity. And now Trump and MAGA are bragging about this. Pakistan nominated Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize, saying that Donald Trump negotiated the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. And Pakistan did that knowing that that would piss off India because Trump did not negotiate the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, but Trump wants to take credit for it. So I want to show you the data points here. And the fact that Trump and MAGA are bragging that Pakistan, an authoritarian regime that has a lot of ties to terroristic activities that are known, is nominating Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize, and MAGA views that as a positive thing, shows you that there's a lot wrong with Trump and the MAGA movement. So let me pull out some receipts, shall I? So here is again India's foreign minister, Vikram Misri. You'll see a split screen. On the one hand, you'll have Donald Trump. This is from May 30th, 2025, but Donald Trump has consistently said this, where Trump brags that he did the ceasefire between India and Pakistan by dangling trade. And here is India's foreign minister, Vikram Misri, saying Prime Minister Modi made it very clear to Donald Trump that Trump had nothing to do with this, that there's no mediation, and to stop saying that the U.S. and Trump negotiated the ceasefire. Here, play this clip.
I think the deal I'm most proud of is the fact that we're dealing with India, we're dealing with Pakistan, and we were able to stop potentially a nuclear war through trade as opposed through bullets. You know, normally they do it through bullets. We do it through trade. So I'm very proud of that.
Prime Minister Modi clearly told President Trump that during this entire episode, there was never any discussion at any level about an India-US trade deal or US mediation between India and Pakistan. The discussion to halt military action occurred directly between India and Pakistan through existing channels between both armies and was made at Pakistan's request. Prime Minister Modi firmly stated that India has neither accepted mediation nor does it do so and never will do. There is complete political unanimity on this subject in India. President Trump understood the details explained by the Prime Minister and expressed support for India's fight against terrorism. Prime Minister Modi also said that India now sees terrorism not as a proxy war, but as a war.
If you're someone who's really been struggling to stay off social media and invest in more intellectually stimulating hobbies like reading, having a personal coach might help you. And that's why I want to talk about Strawberry.me. The coaching experience offers this really unique approach. Instead of you just talking about your feelings and past experiences like therapy usually does, they instead focused on present and future goals. Now, I actually hopped on a session with Dean, who is one of their certified coaches, and was surprised at his ability to ask me questions that really helped me get to the root problems of some bad habits that I've wanted to break. This approach is not about telling you what to do, it's about collaborating with you and empowering you to find your own solutions. Good coaches don't just feed you the answers, they give you the tools to find your own answers. If you are someone who's struggling with bad habits, the practical coaching approach used at Strawberry.me will help you break free from these and reach your full potential. Visit today's sponsor, strawberry.me/MeidasTouch to start coaching with a $50 credit. That's strawberry.me/MeidasTouch.
So then let me show you the developments that happened on Friday. So as I said, throughout the week, you had the chief of staff of the Pakistani army Asim Munir hanging out in Washington, D.C., meeting with the Pentagon. And by the way, that's pissing India off. They're like, you're letting this guy in and you're giving him, this tour. And so on Friday, Donald Trump is asked about, world developments. And Donald Trump starts saying, I need a Nobel Peace Prize. I should get one for Rwanda. I should get one for Serbia. And he goes, the big one that I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for is the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Now, as you just saw there, this is a very, very big problem for India that Donald Trump keeps on saying this. And it's also very disrespectful to Modi and the billion people who live in India that Donald Trump continues to say he dangled trade and that got India to submit. Trump's obsessed with saying that. Here he talks about it on Friday. Play this clip.
Former Congressman Matt Gaetz threw out an interesting idea suggesting that if you were to broker a deal where nuclear inspectors go into both Israel and Iran, that you could win a Nobel Peace Prize, and they might even rename it the Trump Peace Prize. Did you hear those? What do you think of that?
Well, they should give me the Nobel Prize for Rwanda and if you look, the Congo, or you could say Serbia, Kosovo, you could say a lot of them. You could say, the big one is India and Pakistan. I should have gotten it 4 or 5 times. I should get it for I would think the Abraham Accords would be a good one too. They won't give me a Nobel Peace Prize because they only give it to liberals.
So the government of Pakistan tries to take advantage of that. And they go, all we have to do is play to Donald Trump's vanity and he'll forego his alliance and his relationship with India in favor of us. So here's what the official government of Pakistan account posts. Government of Pakistan recommends Donald Trump for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize. The government of Pakistan has decided to formally recommend Trump for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize in recognition of his decisive diplomatic intervention and pivotal leadership during the recent India-Pakistan crisis. Now pause there. Do you see what Pakistan is doing right there after India's foreign minister went out there and said, you got to stop saying that you mediated this? Pakistan knew that. They want to create a wedge between U.S.-India relations by Pakistan saying, nope, Trump, you did it. Congrats, Trump. We couldn't have done this without you. They go on to say, the international community bore witness to the unprovoked and unlawful Indian aggression, which constituted a grave violation of Pakistan's sovereignty and territorial integrity, resulting in the tragic loss of innocent lives, including women, children, and the elderly. In exercising its fundamental right to self-defense, Pakistan launched Operation Bunyunum Marsus, a measured, resolute, and precise military response, carefully executed to reestablish deterrence and defend its territorial integrity while conscientiously avoiding civilian harm. At a moment of heightened regional turbulence, Trump demonstrated great strategic foresight and stellar statesmanship through robust diplomatic engagement with both Islamabad and New Delhi, which de-escalated a rapidly deteriorating situation, ultimately securing a ceasefire and averting a broader conflict between the two nuclear states that would have had catastrophic consequences for millions of people in the region and beyond. This intervention stands as a testament to his role as a genuine peacemaker and his commitment to conflict resolution through dialogue. So do you actually see how Donald Trump's behavior here and how he wants to crave all of this attention for himself is creating destabilization in regions like now between India and Pakistan, because essentially Donald Trump is now incorporating by reference Pakistan's version of events, and that is pissing India off. Donald Trump posted the following on his social media. I'm very happy to report that I have arranged, along with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, a wonderful treaty between the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Rwanda in their war, which was known for violent bloodshed and death, more so than even most other wars, and has gone on for decades. Representatives for Rwanda and the Congo will be in Washington on Monday to sign documents. This is a great day for Africa and, quite frankly, a great day for the world. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for this. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for stopping the war between India and Pakistan. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for stopping the war between Serbia and Kosovo. I won't get a Nobel Peace Prize for keeping peace between Egypt and Ethiopia. Now, Donald Trump doesn't know where Congo is. And again, I'm not just saying that to like mock him. He genuinely does not know where Congo is. Here, let me show you this. Let's play this clip.
Many people come from the Congo. I don't know what that is, but they came from the Congo.
I think this is an article from The Guardian. The thawing of relations between Pakistan and U.S. raises eyebrows in India. And it goes on to talk about how the leader of Pakistan, based on ties, the prime minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, and certainly their military officials had previously been snubbed by American administrations. They wouldn't be greeted at the White House, but Trump rolled out the red carpet for Munir, who I just told you about, whisking him off in limousines and treating him like a king. By the way, that's after Pakistan made the crypto investment in Trump's family company. It talks about how this is raising the eyebrows in India, how the India prime minister did not show up for dinner and didn't want to do dinner with Donald Trump. Analysts say the pivot for Trump supporting Pakistan seems that it's driven by personal things. Quote, he has a thing for strongman, one U.S. analyst said. He sees something in Munir from Pakistan. The mystique, the military credentials, the aura of control. Trump responds to dominance, and Munir projects it. That may help explain why Munir was granted access. Usually reserved for heads of state. He probably relished the opportunity to size Munir up. Trump knows that in Pakistan, it's the army chief who really runs the show. The Wall Street Journal recently wrote an article and was also republished by the Hudson Institute. Will Trump lose India? An ally that welcomed his return to office has serious problems with his policies. This was a billboard by the Indian Stock Exchange a few months back. Tariff terror is what it called. From India Today. Thank you, but what Prime Minister Modi said on turning down Trump's invite. Modi did not want to be at the White House with Donald Trump. There's other reasons, too, why India's pissed. They're pissed at the way that Trump has treated the students from India who have been studying in the United States. As I mentioned, they're pissed at Donald Trump threatening businesses to not do business in India. They're pissed about the way Donald Trump has handled the trade war and its impacts on India. And the ceasefire issue is a major issue. So I can go region by region, and I'll be like Canada, right? Donald Trump calling it the 51st state. You can go through Europe. Donald Trump saying that Europe is the worst to deal with. They're horrible partners. That the European Union's created just to destroy the United States. You go to Japan, right? Unable to do a trade deal. Donald Trump makes up that in Japan they have this test where they drop bowling balls on American cars and don't buy American cars after dropping bowling balls on it. And Japan's like, what the hell are you even talking about? And Japan's like, we did a trade deal with you in 2018. I mean, you break the deal with us. And what is it that you're even asking for? I mean, you talk about a lot of Australian viewers here at the MeidasTouch Network. I mean, Donald Trump snubbing Anthony Albanese and all these world leaders, not just Albanese. On day 2 of the G7, Donald Trump doesn't know what the AUKUS trilateral deal is between Australia, UK, and the US. But meanwhile, Trump has people who want to pull the United States out of AUKUS, used as kind of a nuclear deterrent and to help Australia's military project against threats in the region like China and other places. Trump has pissed off everybody because he has no strategy, no policy, no understanding of the geopolitical landscape, and it's all about him. And you see here in this report how Pakistan comes in, preys on Donald Trump's feeble mind, and then screws broader U.S. relations globally. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. We appreciate you for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.